Good vach and welcome to BJC Mitzvah Day, number 28, part 3, using the Sefer Hachinuch mitzvah that keeps us on its way, not to give of one's offspring to Molech. The Hachinuch proceeds to explain the law that one who gave all his offspring for Molech is not liable. As for the matter that liability is incurred only when performing the service with some of one's offspring, but not when doing so with all of one's offspring, perhaps this is because the deceitful priests of Molech would promise the father of a child that through the offspring of this child, his other offspring would be successful in their every endeavor, and that blessing and good fortune would frequent his home. Now, in their great deceitfulness, firstly, they did not wish to establish a procedure, except for one, i.e. a father, who would have offspring remain with him, aside from the child he is giving to them, as they were concerned that perhaps fathers would refuse to listen to them. For a father would be unwilling either to burn his only child completely, as per the position of the Ramban, or even to pass him through the flame and endanger him, as is the opinion of some commentaries, Rashi and Rambam. Nor would one who had numerous children be willing to do so with all of them. By limiting the Molech procedure to parents who would be left with other offspring, the priests increased the probability of convincing people to engage in this ritual. Moreover, they structured the Molech procedure in this way in order that they could promise future blessing and good fortune for the remaining children, so that naive people would thereby be seduced to follow them. Therefore, the Torah did not impose liability in the matter of the Molech service, unless it is performed in a manner similar to its worship, i.e. with some of one's offspring, but not when it's performed in any other matter, i.e. with all of one's offspring. Among the laws of the mitzvah is that which the sages of blessed memory stated in Mishnah Sanhedrin: if one gave over his child to the priest of Molech, but did not pass him through the fire, or if one passed the child through the fire of Molech, but did not give him over to its priests, he is exempt from liability. Also included in the law, they stated that one is not liable unless he passes only some of his offspring to the flame for Molech, but leaves some of them out of the ritual, as we have said. Also that one incurs liability for passing through either offspring that are fit to marry into the Jewish people, or offspring that are unfit to marry into the Jewish people, and that one incurs liability for passing through any offspring, whether sons or daughters, whether children or grandchildren, for all future generations. However, one who passes his brothers or sisters or parents through the fire of Molech, or if he passes himself through the fire of Molech, he is free from liability. These laws and the remaining details of this mitzvah are set forth in the 7th chapter of Tractate Sanhedrin. This mitzvah applies in every location and all times to both men and women. One who intentionally transgresses this prohibition, and their witnesses to this transgression, and it was preceded by a warning, would incur skila, stoning, during the era when the court, the Beis Din, adjudicated capital cases. If he sinned intentionally but there were no witnesses, or there was no advance warning, he is liable to karas, excision. We talked about that many times. If he transgressed unintentionally, he's liable to bring a fixed chatas offering. Says the author, I've already written above in Parshas Yisro, at the end of Mitzvah 26, that the prohibitions regarding idolatry are included among the Noahide laws, and thus pertain to all the inhabitants of the world, including even non-Jews as well. And we concluded with Mitzvah 208. Thanks for listening to Sponsor Feature Mitzvah 36, 100 for the gold.